All right, we live. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, welcome. So, we got some news, or not even news, I would say. It's more rumors. So, I don't really have any other topics. We just gonna talk about this freely. What's my thoughts? What's the future of the series gonna be like? Do we like it? Do we not like it? But I hope y'all are doing good. I hope y'all are doing good. I wasn't planning on doing a live tonight, but I was like, what the heck? So let me go live. But might as well just talk about this. So my thoughts while it's still fresh in my brain. So we got rumors of a potential new God of War. If it's anything God of War, I'm down. I'm with it. Santa Monica Studios, they have been hitting God of War on the mark every time, except for Ascension. That was okay, but pretty much every God of War they've come out with, banger, banger after banger, back to back to back. So we got rumors of a God of War 6 that's supposed to be set in the in Egypt, in with the Egyptian mythology. So we've had Greek. That was our first uh little trilogy. Greek mythology. The second go around, Kratos is much older. He has a beard. He got a son now. Norse mythology. I didn't know much about Norse mythology until I really got into um playing God of War Ragnarok and the new God of War 2018. We all know Thor. We all know Odin, but we didn't know the smaller characters if you're into that type of mythology. Now we're going to Egyptian mythology. I don't know nothing about Egyptian mythology. So if anybody can help me out on the gods, or I can just look it up, but um yeah, I'm not privy to any of this Egyptian mythology. So just like how I learned in the last few games of Norse gods, I'm about to do that potentially with this. So I'm gonna read an article I got from the gamepost.com. So I'm gonna read this straight through. I'm just give my thoughts. So all right, so new God of War. Let me put up my PC. All right, so new God of War game in development? Question mark. So according to a new report, Sony is likely working on a brand new God of War game set in Egyptian mythology. This information comes from Daniel Rickman, a well-known source for insider scoops and entertainment, who shared the news through a post on his Patreon. Rickman revealed that Sony is currently casting Middle Eastern actors for an unknown AAA title. He added that the project is likely to be the next God of War that explores Egyptian mythology. Question mark. The post reads Sony is casting Middle Eastern actors for an unknown AAA game which is likely to be the next God of War that explores Egyptian mythology. Thanks, Visceral. Interestingly, this isn't the first time the idea of God of War exploring Egyptian mythology has come up. In the making of God of War from 2018, documentary creative director Cory Barlog revealed that the studio initially considered setting the game in Egyptian mythology, while ultimately choosing the Norse path. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so they've had it in talks of doing this. They've had it in talks of doing this since the second iteration. So they was wanting to do Egyptian, but they switched to Norse. So it's not left out of the equation. So that means it's still potential. So that means it may be coming out. We're gonna see. So I have many questions. Not so much concerns. but questions. I'm not concerned because I know the God of War series is one of them series where it's like Santa Monica can do no wrong now. We fully trust their capabilities in making a great God of War game, whatever that may be. So, I do have questions. So, let me pull up my notes so we can go through these. And this is going to be a quick stream, it's not going to be super long. Put up my notes right quick. Okay. So, potentially, we may be getting a God of War 6. When is this game coming out? When did God of War Ragnarok come out? I believe it came out in 2022. So let me see. Okay, so God of War, the new God of War from 2018, and then we get God of War Ragnarok. That is 4 years. That's a 4 year time span. It is 2025 right now. Huh. 2022, 4 years later, 2026. I honestly don't believe we're getting anything from 2026. I'm just being real. We might get this game 2020. We might hear news of it next year, but we might be getting this like 2027, late 2027. So I'm curious about the timeline of this, of when it's gonna be released and what system is it gonna. Are we gonna hear news of a PS6? 'Cause I've been hearing news of that already. I don't think we should. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Leave it on the PS5 because we're just now starting to ramp up what this system or what this console is capable of. So probably it'll come on the PS5, like in the tail end of the lifespan of the PS5. But we'll see. That's just my take, my thoughts. So, story. What's the story looking like? The story in God of War, the new iteration, was great. I love the Norse mythology. Kratos has done so much damage with the Greek in the Greek world, Greek mythology. He done killed all the pretty much majority of the gods. He killed all of them, most of them. So he had to pretty much start all over again in a whole another location in wherever they do Norse mythology at. So he had to start over. Basically killed the big names of Norse mythology gods. So now after he's done that, after he had the situation with his son, um is he gonna start over again? Get and have a new life in a whole another location, which is in the Middle East or Egypt? I don't know. I don't know. Is he gonna be killing more gods? Is he gonna be killing the major gods in this mythology? So, and now that I really think about it, we got so many different folklore or mythology tales. Kratos can just go on a rampage and just killing off gods. Like he's already OP. Like we already killed Zeus. We got Odin. Now who's the big dog in Egyptian mythology? I wonder. So are we gonna just go location to location, mythology to mythology, just killing off gods? But they can do it, but there needs to be it needs to be told in a way that's justifiable or like that's really good. And I believe they can do that because the story so far has been top fuego, top notch. So, yeah, I wonder how Kratos is going to be, because if you played the DLC, we had to fight our inner demons, and I think we've become one with ourselves. Kratos is much, much, much wiser than his previous games, and to me, I thought he was done. I'm thinking he's gonna be taking a break. I've done so much damage. I've killed so many gods, but I guess there's more story to be told. So I don't know. I don't know how this story is gonna go. I don't know how the characters from Norse mythology are gonna tap into this. So are we starting over, or are we using previous characters from the other games into the new game? I don't know. So next bullet point, I got like four. Next one is the Egyptian gods. Like I said before, I'm not too much privy to the this type of mythology, but I know there are numerous gods for this. And I wonder who the big dog is. We got rid of Zeus, we got rid of Odin. Who's the final boss on this? I'm curious. So I know we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of different interactions with important characters from this Egyptian mythology. Uh, I know some are gonna be on our side, some are gonna be straight up enemies. I don't know. They're gonna help us along the way. So I yeah, I don't know. I'm curious as to how they're gonna do this. So we already know the setting. The setting is gonna be in like the Middle Eastern uh locations. Um I don't know if they're gonna switch the gameplay up. Is it gonna be over the shoulder like they did? Is it gonna be hack and slash? I think they're gonna keep over the shoulder. Just stick with it. Don't change nothing. Just stick with that camera angle. We good. But the settings, and I know this is typical, but I know we're gonna be in the hot sand, hot desert. But what are some other locations that are tied with this era? We could go anywhere. I don't know. I don't know. And the weapons. So I saw on a clip on Twitter. If you play, and my headset went out. If you played the DLC for God of War Ragnarok, you had to fight. Um. Oh my good. Oh, it started with a T. What is his name? It's gonna kill me not knowing his name. Uh. God of War. God of War Ragnarok. Tyr. Tyr was a bitch to fight. I'm bro. That boss fight with Tyr on the DLC is no joke. You had to fight him numerous times, and it got more difficult as you progressed over and over and over again. But every time you went back to fight him, it was like a little clue or like a little Easter egg as to he's using different weapons, but he's using different weapons from different eras. And gods can live for a very long time, so he's pulling out pause. He's using different weapons from different mythologies. He's like, oh, I got this from so and so, or I got this from so and so, and some of these weapons are catered to specific eras. So Tyr went through some different things. So that's telling me that we are gonna eventually be doing that too. So I'm curious as to how many weapons we're gonna get. The new weapons, are we still gonna have our OG Blades of Chaos? Are we still gonna have the axe? Are we gonna get another weapon that's gonna be like a mainstay? Like Kratos is gonna be pretty much Dante at this point. He already has unlimited weapons. Like you get various weapons throughout the game, but Kratos is just gonna have an unlimited supply of weaponry. He's a one man army, literally. So yeah, no, I'm interested. I'm all for it. Like I said in the beginning, I'm all for it. Whatever Santa Monica has or is putting out, I'm down. I'm down for whatever. And the last thing that I kind of want to touch on is it is part of the story, but what are they gonna do with Atreus or Atreus? Atreus. Like we still don't know his story. He's one of the giants. He's a half giant. He went with oh, I forgot her name, but it was that one little girl that we were doing side missions with. So we went with her. So I don't know if that's gonna be like an extra DLC expansion pack. I don't know if that's just gonna be a whole nother game within itself. So Atreus might grow up. We might meet him in this era. I don't know how they're gonna do the story. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna tie this in. So they, because he has a son now, and he's gonna be fully. I think he's gonna be like fully grown, like a grown adult, or it's like a young adult at least. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear anything from the voice actors, but I know I'm pretty sure they're down. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to Atreus. What I want them to do is make another game. Excuse me, water. What I want them to do is make another game on Atreus, all by himself. We we can get Kratos as like um as like a pop in. He can like pop in, but I want a solo Atreus game, and he's supposed to be like Loki. So that's gonna be a story within itself. Kratos got his own thing going on. But I don't know. Are y'all excited for this game? Are y'all not? Do y'all even want another God of War game? Is this gonna be up to par with the other ones? How's this gonna play? How's the story gonna go? What characters are gonna be introduced? Are we gonna introduce previous characters to the new ones? I have so many questions. But we might get news, we might get a little teaser maybe later in the year, early next year. But I'm not rushing nothing. We got, like I said, we got too many games out right now. I'm not even worried about this. I just wanted to cover it because I was interested, and let me know if you are too. So, and tell me your thoughts on what could possibly happen. That might be a Reddit question, but um, yeah, that's gonna be it for my little discussion. And again, if you are new, please like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I am still continuing Black Myth Wukong on Twitch, so go follow me on Twitch. And Guardians of the Galaxy, so we're still playing that too. But if I get any major news updates or announcements or anything of that nature, news related, this is the spot where I do my stuff, and y'all can chime in, comment in the chat, so I can converse with y'all. But this is just me talking about what's coming up. But yeah, I will see y'all on the next one. Deuces.